Honey, where is he? Where's your doctor?
Dennis is at a seminar. I'll bring him by tomorrow.
I can't find my culottes.
Grandma, you look sensational. Oh.
Relax, relax. You're already in the will.
Before anyone does anything, I owe it to her. I'm her friend.
But there's nothing to tell her. This is just some crazy hunch.
My hunches are never wrong. Mrs. Gandhi would be alive today if she had taken my call. I'm going to tell her.
You are not. I will not let you.
Stop crying.
Every time we had a fight, toward the end, our place looked like Easter in Rotterdam.
It's good to see that you're not bitter.
Everybody, I'd like you to meet my future son-in-law. This is Dennis, the gorgeous doctor. Dennis, I'd like you to meet my best friends. This is Rose.
Hello, Rose.
A nice fresh pitcher of ice cold lemonade. Pour me a cup, would you? I'm sweating like a horse.
Here, Sophia, let me get it for you.
That's okay, honey. I'll do it.
No, now, Rose, please. I told you when I first arrived I didn't want any special treatment.
I'm sorry.
It's been nearly 6 months now since I lost my sight. And,
Really, Rose? I always thought Churchill said that at Yalta.
But the point is, some people you think are mean might just need a little kindness.
And some people, like old Lady Claxton, are just plain rotten.
Well, I'm going to prove you're all wrong. Now, there's a week left before the county commissioners meeting. I'm going to be as nice to you.
Ma, Shady Pines happens to be a beautiful retirement village.
Yeah, right. And Morley Safer just happened to wander in there by mistake.
Oh, Dorothy, we have great news.
You're never going to guess who we got to star in this year's production at the Community Theater.
Oh, Blanche, please, you say that every... Ma, how do you know that?
When you reach my age, you get pretty good at spotting the 12 warning signs of death.
what are they?
Number 1, your children start visiting during the week. Number 2, your doctor won't let you post-date a check.
Oh, now, that's fine by me. I like to sit.
We know it's your second favorite position.
I don't mean sitting. I mean babysitting. Right here for the participants' children on the day of the race.
Babysitting? Rose, I don't like other people's children in my house. I didn't even like my own children in my house.
I've done this a whole life's long. Let's call an end to it, okay?
Sure, whatever.
So, you thinking about getting a facelift? For your, how do I put this delicately? Turkey waddle or what?
The life of my roommates. What do you say?
Oh, sure, honey. That sounds like fun.
Oh, thank you, Blanche. You're a real friend. You and Sophia. I'll just shoot around, Dorothy.
Oh, all right, Rose, I'll do it. But just don't shoot from too low. Stan used to do that in our home movies, and I always looked like someone from another planet. Where's the cake? Rose, did you take it out?
I haven't even seen it yet.
Oh, Ma, what'd you do with the cake?
I didn't do anything. I haven't seen it yet either.
What do you mean you haven't seen it? You were supposed to bake it.
I was?
Oh, Ma, you forgot.
I didn't forget. I wanted to make sure it was fresh. I'll bake it now.
Oh, honey, the rest of my life. It's very oily.
What about dinner tomorrow night, Dorothy? Say about 8?
Perfect. We'll go to Jack's Crab House. It's wonderful.
Well, girls, is this dress going to stop traffic or what?
Oh, hello there.
Elliot, did you make a pass at Blanche or not?
Absolutely not.
He's lying. Look at him. He's twitching. And blinking. He's lying and twitching and blinking.
He is blinking, Dorothy.
Maybe I had better wait for you in the car.
Here, taste these. I'm conducting a pizza challenge. One of these is mine, one is Mama you-know-whose. Taste them and tell me which you like better. If I'm right, this could be worth millions. My face could be in every freezer in America.
A, definitely.
Yep.
Hey, without a...
Give service.
All right, but you'll have to wash these dishes.
Honey, those dishes are dirty. Okay, I'll deliver the folder. I guess there's no sacrifice too great for a cause you really believe in.
Just hope that big, stupid jerk reimburses me for gas and mileage.
There goes a... delicious.
Delicious. This is the reason your father and I got married.
Girls, do you realize it has been 8 days since I've had a date?
Do you realize it's been 8 days since I have...
Ah, please. Whatever it is, keep it to yourself.
That's my problem. Maury took them to have them clean. Dorothy, I still can't believe it happened. I've never been so humiliated.
Ma, honey, there's no reason for you to be embarrassed. He plays tricks on everybody.
I'm talking about on my way home. My belt came loose in front of a construction site. Nobody whistled and 2 guys went home sick.
Convenience. I mean, it is 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, please, ask your friends to leave.
Come on, girls. Relax, loosen up. Your life's too short, especially for you guys.
Dave, I'll get the melon boiler.
Hey, Ma, that's not unreasonable.
Please, they're 85 years old. It takes Mildred 10 minutes to roll down her stockings.
Girls, you'll never guess what I got in the mail today.
If it's another one of those adult toys in the back of a sleazy magazine, I'm not interested.
I am. Let me see it.
Ma.
See a slugger?
Run.
Job. He gambles all the time. What kind of future does he have?
Future, please. He's 85. The man's got so little time, he only uses the 10 items or less line at the supermarket. Look who came to say hello, Rocco.
Hello, Dorothy. Always a pleasure. Nice seeing you.
Cut the crap and put out the stogie, Rocco.
I like your style. Right suit, right haircut, voice a little higher. You could pass as Frank Nitti.
What the hell are you talking about?
Little higher, I think you got it.
You really knew Frank Nitti?
Well, sure, Frank Nitti.
Okay, I got unpacked. I got a valise full of clams about to go bad.
Hi, Dorothy.
Don't talk to me.
Hi, Blanche. Don't talk to me.
Look, I know you're both still angry with me, and you have every right to be. But I hope you could spaniel.
A spaniel's not a large dog.
To a 3-year-old it is.
We got a guard dog in the kitchen. Great, the food is safe.
I know what we can do. Let's go out to dinner. My treat.
What about breakfast and lunch? Look, I'm calling the kennel.
I always heard psychiatrists could read your mind, but he didn't do that.
Because there's nothing in your mind to read.
Well, anyway, I liked him. He was very understanding.
Pay me $85. I'll be understanding.
I love borrowing his clothes.
Did you like wearing boys' clothes growing up?
No, but fortunately, neither did my brother Phil. Doesn't matter. You lose a parent, you might as well be 6. It's scary. And it pushes you right up to the head of the line.
I know.
Oh, God, I don't know what I'll do. I love that lady so much.
Oh, damn! Those Donaldson boys must have moved that sign from the Mackenzie's front lawn and stuck it on ours.
Then this is all a mistake.
Yeah, but this sure isn't. Oh.
Blanche?
What? I loathed Mama Devereaux, and the feeling was entirely mutual. Till the day George died, she always introduced me as his first wife. I just hope the old witch went slowly.
I sense the period of mourning is over.
Annette. Well, hello there. Anything I can do for you?
At least now she asks.
Good afternoon. Sorry to bother you. I'm Agent Bell with the Secret Service.
Well, won't you come right in?
Thank you, Mrs. Devereaux.
To our home. My kids would have been clear across the country. I couldn't bear to lose them, so I stayed.
Your children are over 30. You're still staying for them?
I couldn't leave it because of other things were
Oh,
going
look,
on.
I don't want to hear about it. Oh, my God, I'm storming out to the bathroom.
When you look at what we have, we make each other happy.
You lied to me. Oh, Ma, did you eat all this candy?
I was looking for the prize.
Prizes are in Cracker Jack. Devereaux doing laundry for a man?
Not just any man. Rex Huntington.
Rex Huntington? Isn't he the guy who stood you up last week?
Well, yeah, he did, but I happen to like the man, so I'm giving him a second chance.
That was his second chance. He stood you up the week before that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you, darling?
One of the toughest guys in my high school. He smoked, he drank, he made those rude noises under his armpit. I was totally in love with him. And when he asked me to go to the senior prom, I was thrilled. Oh, when I came down the stairs all dressed,
Well, whoever said a man is innocent until proven guilty sure said a mouthful. I was wrong about Duncan. He didn't kill Tippy.
well, what about all that evidence?
Ah, what's the difference? You get to see Kevin Costner's buns in both of them.
Well, maybe I can't teach Steve anything about the game, but I can encourage him and give him a shot of self-esteem. You know, some people are great artists, some are great musicians. I have but one talent.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can. What are you all looking at?
You? What are you so happy about?
If I know my Dorothy, there's only one thing that makes her this happy.
You're going back to Shady Pines?
There. He's not picking you up? What kind of guy doesn't pick up his date?
No, we just decided to meet at L'Auberge. It's no big deal.
Oh, wait just a minute. This whole thing is a trick, isn't it? You're just trying to make us think you're going out with Dr. Kagan.
I am not lying. You're just jealous about the fact that I have a date on a Saturday night.
I still don't think she should have been awarded the car. Not that she got to use it.
What out? I'm having an important moment with my ear. Dorothy,
Here we go.
Oh, girls. We just went to Doug Kirkpatrick's wake. It was the greatest.
I can't remember when I had so much fun. Those Irishmen, they even laid out Doug's body in the living room.
Oh, that sounds morbid.
I didn't have a problem with it till one of the relatives.
Because there was so much pain, I didn't think it would ever go away. But it did. And it will again. We get through it. We go on. When it comes right down to it, what other choice do we have? It could have been a lot worse. I could have missed these last 3 years. Dorothy, are you all...
When you say that,
Did that champagne kick in yet?
no. But if you're ready to make your move, I can pretend it did.
Looks like we've taken a few wrong turns here.
For your information, this is exactly the way we wanted it to look.
Oh, yeah? You got Siamese twins living here?
Lou, we really don't need you. It's true. Elementary school was a nightmare. I was afraid to talk in class.
Why?
Well, I had a slight speech impediment. I mean, it's different for kids these days. You know, they have Barbara Walters to look up to. What? She let me buy the tickets!
It was that easy just because you said how much you wanted to see Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, that and that I only had 3 weeks to live. These are desperate times, Rose.
Boy, I'll say, today when I went to the dean's
I got
office,
tickets, and I keep having this recurring dream where I'm being chased by a giant Listerine bottle. And when I open my mouth to scream, all I can do is gargle.
Are you experiencing the same symptoms?
Yes, except at my dream, I'm chased by a bottle of Scope.
it's all right.
Is everyone all right?
Oh, everyone's fine. We just had a little accident.
Well, we didn't have a little accident. Lily had a little accident.
Blanche, please.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm not used to your stove.
Maybe you shouldn't have been cooking on it, darling. Well, somebody could have gotten hurt.
I said I was sorry. It was an accident.
But nobody'd been home.
Rose, it's not just the fire.
What do you expect me to do?
There's nothing you can do, Rose. She has to learn to do things for herself.
Honey, maybe she ought to go back to that school.
Well, you heard her. That's not for her. She's a very independent person.
No, she's not, Rose. Not till she learns to be independent.
Now that I'm better, why do you still scream and holler at me?
I'm not sure what was best for you is best for Lily.
Look, you didn't ask for my opinion, but I'm old, so I'm giving it anyway. You want to help your sister? Help her to help herself.
He didn't want it. He said there's a nick in it. We have to have a return policy.
Girls, listen, let's face it, all that so-called junk out there has too many fond memories for all of us. We're never going to be able to part with it.
We might just as well call this whole garage sale off. Hey, I hope I didn't offend you.
No harm done, darling. Now, I want you to promise me you won't fret none.
Well, I would, except I'm not exactly sure what fret none is.
Oh, Daddy, I'm so glad to see you. Get on over here and sit down.
Oh, I can't stay, honey. I got some business to attend to. So, I don't want you to hear it.
Listen, Daddy, I want to talk to you about this singing
It's
thing.
been just wonderful, honey. I love singing. Now, I know I'm just getting started and I got a lot to learn, but the audiences will come around. I'll do just fine.
You know, you're talking about this singing like it's some kind of career.
Well, it is. Now, see what you think of this.
Excuse me, we're supposed to have reservations for the second show. The name is Devereaux.
Okay, let's see. I'm sorry, I don't seem to have you listed.
Oh, well, maybe it's under the name of Hollingsworth.
Hollingsworth? Mm-hmm. You not here to see Big Daddy Hollingsworth?
Yes, we are.
I'm sorry, you just missed me.
To Norway, so naturally it seemed like it would be in their best interest to band together. Oh, boy, was that a mistake. You see, they couldn't agree on what to do with the herring.
Oh, well, that's understandable. I mean, the possibilities are overwhelming.
Exactly. The Johansons wanted to pickle it. Hello. This is Rose Nyland.
What? I'm one of the winners of the Publishers Clearinghouse? Ed McMahon wants to see me right away? I should leave my Burt Reynolds ticket on the dresser before I go?
Oh, honey, I think it's wonderful that you're going out with Stan again tomorrow night. Jeff and I are going to a formal dinner at the base. Oh, he looks so dashing in his dress uniform.
Dorothy had a date with the Commodore. Blanche had a date with Stan. I spent the evening making bacon, lettuce, and potato sandwiches. I'd be lying next to them. Oh, it didn't really feel like Charlie, but sometimes it helped me fall asleep.
I'll have to try that.
But that can't be 2 o'clock.
It is. Oh, I'd better let you get some sleep. Good night, Rose.
Good night. Oh, Jean, listen, was it
Cast out at the World of Wool.
Oh, girls, for the first time in my life, my body feels old. I feel like I can't do the same things I used to.
Rubber woman couldn't do the same things you used to.
Honey, it's only natural. You don't know how to do it.
Oh, no, I know how to do it.
Thank goodness.
But there's just one little problem. I need a 10-gallon copper pot, 7 feet of aluminum tubing, and a big roll of cheesecloth.
Why didn't you mention this while you were bossing everybody around, Miss Pioneer Dope?
Things
We're going so...
A hangover from the sherry.
Ma, you gave the dog sherry? That's terrible.
I was having a few sips while I was rinsing out my underwear. It's a little thing I do Mondays and Thursdays only. Anyway, the dog walks in, looks up at me, and I swear it's your Uncle Aldo's face begging me for a drink.
Blanche, that does it. That does it. I have had it. Now listen, up until the time we started working together, you were my best friend. The reason we were such good friends was because you trusted me. Now all of a sudden, I don't know, you think I'm some other person, someone who'd stab you in the back. I am not that person. Blanche, I am still your best friend. For just a few moments.
If I may be so bold, the pantyhose are nice too. At least the hose part.
I can't tell you how happy I am to finally meet you, Isaac.
Why don't you two just run along and we'll catch up with you later?
Blanche.
Dorothy, don't you see that something is happening here?
Yes, it's the beginning of a disaster.
We don't discuss anything about what he wrote in his letters.
Yeah, well, Rose, what we really have to do...
Yes, I shouldn't push it. I mean, if he wants to hide the romantic side of himself because it embarrasses him, that's fine with me. I just don't understand why he won't explain how a smudge pot works.
Yes, look, Rose,
Here we are, ladies. 2 champagnes.
Thank you.
There's a dance floor in the garden area, Isaac. I know how you love to dance.
I do? Well, then let's have at it.
See what I mean?
Yeah, listen, Rose, before you go...
We'll be back in just a little while.
You can't get rid of me, Sophia. I won't give up until I make you mine.
Here, hold this.
Blanche, maybe you should stay and talk to a counselor, too.
Oh, look, Santa's come to spread some Christmas cheer. Oh, good luck with these gleaming gusses.
Hold it. No one's going anywhere.
Dorothy, she could take shorthand, and I did have an affair with her.
I am shocked. That airhead could take shorthand.
Look, Dorothy, tomorrow I am checking into the hospital, and I may never come out, and if that's the case...
Well, maybe we should try and get some sleep.
I'm not going to be able to sleep. I'm just too depressed.
This has been a terrible day. A friend's funeral, stuck in a train station in the middle of nowhere, trying to sleep.
Good evening, Father. My, this must be an important cause. Don't you usually make the nuns ask for money?
I think I've got it.
All right, listen. Your silence is deafening. I didn't want to whip this one out, but I have no choice. She's been divorced. You know the rule book. We're talking eternity here.
And are we still on for dinner Thursday night?
Yes, but wait, just so there won't be another miss, you're going to stay right here with us.
Dorothy, can I see you for a moment?
Gave me the tattoo. I asked for a rose. He thought I said a nose. Thanks. Oh, Blanche. I really like being out with you.
I really like being out with you, too. This...
Right here, where we first met.
Ma, Rose, why don't we go into the kitchen?
What, miss all this?
Get up.
Jake, listen. I know what you want to ask me now.
How did you know that, Sophia?
Wild guess.
Now, mine was Larry Raganetti. Oh, how I loved him. He was gorgeous. He left me for Cookie Kelly. She kissed with her mouth open.
Well, why didn't you kiss with your mouth open, Dorothy?
That's why the French were the first ones to come up with it.
Sophia, why are you so obsessed with money?
Because I want to buy a TV for my bedroom.
Ma, we have a perfectly good TV set in the living room.
Yeah, but you never let me watch what I like. And I want to make sure I don't miss that final episode of MASH-up.
Another couple re-entering the dance floor!
didn't realize baby was such an inconvenience. I'm sorry. I'll call my relatives and see if somebody can take him off my hands.
Him and the $100,000. Remember, Blanche, the pig is going to drop any day.
Rose, come back here, honey. I guess maybe I was a little bit too hasty.
Should be angry because I didn't sweep under the bed.
Gee, you're really a good liar.
I know. That's why I'm studying to be a lawyer. See, I'm going to school at night, and the only time I have to study is when you all go out in the morning. That's why the toilets don't get the attention they probably deserve.
Well, then everything was just a misunderstanding, and Norman really did dump me for a fat woman.
No kidding, fatter than you?
I hate to burst your bubble, but I just wanted to...
The tomato sauce is like me, hot and spicy. And the mozzarella is like our love. It stretches, but it never breaks.
Oh, that's lovely, but I don't see what luck had to do with it.
You were conceived that night, Dorothy.
Ma.
What's lucky is your father never...
There's a lawyer. What are you, one of the Cosby kids?
Boring. I want to watch MTV. Yeah!
We can't watch television. We're on a camp out.
No, we're not. We're in your living room. The camp out was called off. Remember?
Well, the rain doesn't have to spoil our fun. There's nothing we can do.
For Blue Cross and Blue Shield, for a hip that finally healed. Remember, on prescriptions, generic is a steal. We thank you so much. Okay, what do you think now? Don't hold back. I can take the criticism.
Depressing.
Awful.
Stinky.
Actually, we're divorced.
Oh, I'm terribly, terribly sorry. Love your shirt.
Nice.
I'm talking tie bibs, babe.
Tie bibs.
Yeah, little bibs that fit over your necktie. You go out to lunch, you don't have to worry about staining your tie. It's a perfect gift, a great idea. And the best part was no one else had ever thought of it.
You can't be serious. Charlie read you every one of my letters?
Well, selected passages. He selfishly kept the more intimate sections to himself. And one, please.
I used to write him every Sunday right after church.
Crowd gasp when they lift up the sheet and see me there.
I'd think you'd be used to that by now, Blanche.
Hi, girls. Some party, isn't it?
Well, what are you so cheerful about?
Well, why shouldn't I be?
Well, for starters, any minute now, this entire room full of people could be looking at a statue of your...
Welcome, Blanche Devereaux! Our next two contestants are brothers from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Blanche, that entire introduction was nothing but lies.
I know, and I just loved it. Did you hear that applause?
Is that all you care about, money and applause?
And sex.
Oh, come on, let's go to bed.
Yeah, I'm beat.
Me too.
Me too.
Me too.
Oh, come on now. I heard you laughing. What's so funny?
For starters, Gina's a lesbian.
What's funny about that?
You aren't surprised?
Of course not. I mean, I've never known any personally, but isn't Danny Thomas one?
Isn't it, Busty?
It sure is, Biff.
It makes me want to kiss you, Josie.
Oh, mind your manners, Biff. While we at the 4th of July picnic, the whole town is here.
To hell with this town. Come away with me.
But you're a drifter, Biff. I can't just pull up stakes and run off.
See, Sophia, we have great times together.
And it just won't be the same without you, Sophia.
Hey, this isn't easy for me either, but I have to do what I have to do. What is it I have to do? It wasn't such a bad thing to do. The stuff tasted great, and Salvador decided to market it. At first, it didn't move so well. Linguine with ear salve on a menu doesn't look too appetizing. But once he changed the name to pesto sauce, it moved like hotcakes.
Ma, you're making
trouble.
By sunrise tomorrow, we'll be south of the border. Sparkling skies above us. Tropical breezes blowing across our bodies. Sophia, you with me?
No.
Sophia, I'm disappointed.
Thanks a lot for leaving me back in the parking lot. It's not like any unsavory, swarthy characters hang around the docks by night.
Oh, Ma, there's nobody here like that.
I know, but I gave it a minute. I thought I'd be able to line something up for you for Saturday.
Sure.
Blanche, how much longer do I have to have this hot towel on my face?
Now just be patient, Rose. When I tell you to remove this towel, you are gonna see what a dramatic difference.
Watch a little TV to unwind, take my mind off my troubles.
What are you watching?
Judgment at Nuremberg. Oh, Rose, do you think I did the right thing?
Well, sure, if you don't care how the movie ends.
I meant about Michael and Lorraine.
Oh. Let's go.
Pretend that we're happy, and then complain to anybody who'll listen.
Michael, congratulations!
Is the Zbornak Wagner party ready? I think we are.
Well, wait a minute. Lorraine has to have something old and something new and something borrowed and something...
Look, here's where you can reach me. Call me if you can work things out. I'll be there until showtime.
Fine. Oh, one more thing.
What's that?
Could you leave by the back door?
Things out.
But there's still time.
I think my time has passed, Ro. 22 years I've been Mr. Terrific. 22 years! I was doing weekend weather forecast when I turned an old blanket into a cape and created Mr. Terrific. Kolak the pup.
College.
Oh my God! He's flying!
Charming homes.
Yes.
Full of idiots.
Yes.
What? I never saw anything like it. Must be the water.
I grew up in St. Olaf, and most of my family still live front lawn and singing songs and dressing up in bed sheets. Of course, coming from Chattanooga, he wasn't familiar with the custom. He had a heart attack. He spent most of the summer in intensive care.
What are you doing here?
Dorothy, I have a confession to make. I slipped through the cracks of the St. Olaf school system.
It's very hard to believe. I've seen you almost complete a TV Guide crossword puzzle.
It's true. You're looking at a woman without a sheepskin.
I've got an extra in my wallet I could give you.
It is beautiful.
It is so clear, it looks like you could just reach up and touch those stars.
I can't tell you how many people in St. Olaf have fallen off their roofs trying.
Rose, are we anywhere near St. Olaf?
We're getting close. Look, I love you so much, and we wanted you to win so bad that we fudged some of the things on your biography.
Fudged? Fudge makes it sound cute, you lie.
We embellished, Rose. Oh, Rose, you do good things. I mean, you are the kindest, most decent human being we know.
We rushed right over.
You threw me out of your crummy club.
I'll start working on it just as soon as I finish with the invitations for you-know-who's wedding.
Look, Rose, I would rather not talk about Ma's wedding.
Dorothy, don't you think it's time you gave her your blessing? We've hired a caterer. We've ordered the flowers. The invitations are being sent out.
Blanche, how...
I do love you with all my heart. Blue skies above.
Dorothy, I know what you're going through. I smoked for years.
You smoke? Rose, that's like finding out Lassie was an alcoholic.
Lassie was an alcoholic? That explains why she always tipped to one side when she waved goodbye to Tim.
Max, do you love me?
Sure. You?
I love you. Are you in love with me?
What is this, the Oprah Winfrey Show?
You know what I mean. Are you in love with me the way you were with...
But it's not the one you're hoping, Blanche. It was the heater fogging up my car windows that night.
So, what can I bring you, sweetheart?
Don't you dare talk to him like that. Now, you get out of here.
Blanche, I think...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so darn angry. My name's Blanche.
John Quinn.
Howdy do.
I don't know about you, but I sure feel too old to be stood up.
Well, you're not the only one. This is the 4th time that man is canceled. He just found somebody better, that's all.
Oh, Blanche.
Yes, he did. Somebody younger and prettier.
Blanche, it can't be.
Well, make...
Morning, Ma.
Okay, good morning.
You were about to tell a story. Why did you stop?
Well, this is usually when Dorothy and Blanche interrupt me. Anyway, I'd always go to the movies every Saturday afternoon with all my friends. Oh, the bags. Where do you put your tips?
Who cares? What is going on here?
Obviously, there's some confusion. Sunny Meadows is a clothing optional resort.
You mean the nudist camp? Oh, well, we didn't know that.
Well, who made the reservation?
Our life.
But it did turn out to be a lovely Valentine's cruise.
Well, it did not. We never even had to use those condoms.
You didn't? I used every one of mine. Late at night, I filled them with water and threw them at the people in the limbo line. Good old synergism.
You have no idea what it means, do you?
Not a clue.
Synergism is the powerful energy that is generated by two people engaged in the same activity. Up till now, I had no idea it could occur outside of Howard Johnson's motor lawn.
Does this look like a game of solitaire? It's your turn.
I'm sorry, Ma. I was trying to remember when was the last time I said I love you.
After lunch, when I said you had grilled cheese stuck to your chin. Now, will you make your move for God?
Rose, have you been forgetting to wash the fruit before you eat it?
I'm serious. Yes, Bob Hope is my father. Well, sort of. I mean, he could be, maybe.
Rose, what the hell are you talking about?
There's a bee. I mean, the show is tomorrow night. He wouldn't leave before that. He knows how much I'm depending on him. Oh, there must be some other explanation. Maybe I'm just a foolish old woman who's lived a silly fantasy her whole life.
Oh,
honey.
I can't let him.
Hey, I let you have the Donatello triplets. A deal is a deal.
Sophia, Alfonso will only embarrass himself.
Oh, please, if he was worried about being embarrassed, he wouldn't walk around with that much hair in his ears. Besides, he called his old vaudeville partner, and they perfected one of their old tricks. In the meantime, I'll bunk with you. I told Pepe he could have my room.
He's staying here with us?
Hey, we're in training. And set another place at the table. Hey, Pepe. Pepe, you like ravioli?
Okay.
Bungo.
Kill Gonzalez!
Some help, right, Rose?
Between us and Holly. It's between you and Holly. Ever since she arrived, you've been trying to convince us that she's been doing terrible things. And Rose, it simply isn't true.
See, we happen to like Holly. So whatever the problem is, will you just kind of leave us out of it and you settle it with her, okay?
Question. Describe your best friend.
Ooh, Dorothy, that's a really good question.
Oh, yes, and I'd love to hear the answer.
Well, my best friend is a woman. Someone I have a great deal in common with.
She pretty?
Yes, she's attractive.
Attractive as in wholesome? Or attractive?
Angelo will be on a plane headed for Brooklyn. Wish I'd taken my raincoat.
Why are you two dressed like that?
Well, these are our costumes for the play, Dorothy. We were in the middle of dress rehearsal when they told us all to go home right away.
There's a hurricane heading.
You can't be serious. We've had great times here.
We have had great times here. You've just had free food.
That is not true. We've had a million laughs under this roof. Do you remember the time I came over? Dorothy, I know it's been a while, but try and control yourself. I need some rest.
$8.
Dorothy, you owe me an apology. Your ad's right here.
Oh, Rose, this is the personals column.
So what?
So what? You put an ad in the personals column that said I will do anything for $8 an hour? Oh, look, it's right under an ad that reads...
Do that, Rose. Why do you make up stories?
It wouldn't feel right to live anymore, you know? If a kid dies, it wouldn't feel fair to live.
Sophia, Dorothy's not dying.
How do you know, Rose?
I know.
Oh, now, honey, she's right. I know, too, and I'm a writer.
Nobody told me it was dinner time.
Ma, it's not dinner. It's the middle of the night.
Good, then I'm dressed for it.
Blanche is upset.
Well, you would be, too, if your daughter... Oh, I can't even say it.
What could have happened? The two of you were getting so close.
God, what am I going to do?
I'll be helping you. Enrique will get involved and put you on TV only if your age discrimination case gets really ugly and the company tries to discredit you, drag your name through the mud, and make you look stupid.
I guess we can only hope.
Okay, I'll need to get some information from you.
Terry,
I don't know how to thank you all for helping me with this test.
Pay us.
Ma. It's our pleasure, Rose.
Oh,
Okay, what we have to do is try these different hair removal products. Do you think it's too soon to put on the bloopers tape?
Just a tad.
So, the existentialist says to the psychiatrist, just because you don't see a parrot on my head. I am going to keep one arm around your waist to make sure you don't disappear again.
Dorothy, this is Alfred. He's an ear, nose, and throat specialist. He says he's been looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yes? Yes, she does. It's the police. There's been an accident.
You promised me you wouldn't drive alone.
Make me laugh.
All right, here we go. It seems there was this doctor.
It seems there was? What is this, existentialist humor? Was there a doctor or wasn't there?
Yes. Yes, there was this doctor. He's sitting in the park.
What time of year is it?
What difference does it make?
You have to set the scene.
Who is telling this joke?
At the moment, your nightstand.
Do you want to see my Vans Gap caca?
As long as I don't have to show you mine.
It's a St. Olaf friendship cake. I'm taking it to Roger. It's how do I look?
Oh, is today your audit?
Yes. He should be here any minute.
Blanche, how are you going to explain that outfit?
The zipper's in the back.
Right. The reason I stayed up is because I want to talk to you. I want to know how the job hunt is going.
There's not too much out there right now.
Are you sending out resumes?
Oh, come on, Ma. Musicians don't send out resumes. I mean, it's not like a job.
Oh, no, you're right. A job is when you go to work.
Food. I see spots before my eyes. I'm not a doctor, but I think that could be stress.
Please, this sounds very important. We should discuss this over coffee.
Cream and sugar?
And the treat. Surprise me.
You see, that's part of it. I mean, I can't possibly handle all the things you give me to do.
Ma, you coming?
But I rented Scarface. Oh, all right, I'll go too. Hey, I got an idea. We got all these fruitcakes from this Christmas, last Christmas, and the Christmas before that. Why don't we gather them all up and
How did you know you weren't?
Maybe it was all those Honk If You've Had Blanche bumper stickers.
I wish I knew what to do.
Oh, I could settle that thing with Miles in 1 minute.
I could have sworn. I would have bet my life on it.
Oh, Ma, there are so many memories in this apartment. Don't be so down. You remember the day you brought Phil back from the hospital? I was a little upset because that was the day Pop usually took me to the zoo. Well, it was the racetrack, but he called it the zoo.
And when the time's right, see you at my place.
Ma, Mr. Hernandez has to go.
I'm meeting the wife and kids.
It's time?
You mean, our date is over?
Well, we went to dinner and a movie. What's left?
I never know.
I'm sorry. I'm just not ready yet. You understand?
Of course, as long as that's my only choice.
I've had a life of...
She just keeps on going.
Oh, for goodness sakes! Why, you two could be celebrity lookalikes.
Oh, Blanche, oh, you really think so?
Well, absolutely. So, which one's Cheech and which one's Chong?
The only way to prevent the eruption was for me to crawl through their legs up the volcano while they gave me my birthday wax. Well, and you're not going to believe this. It turns out they weren't Druid priests at all. Just a bunch of Shriners looking for a good time.
Maybe it's my imagination, but we seem to be getting along. I know. You just seem so refined and vivacious and charming. Boy, you've really changed. Just bring it to the book signing, okay? Well, bye, darling. Mwah. See you then.
Did Charmaine leave already?
Oh, Rose, honey, what am I going to do? After all these years of jealousy and malice, we finally have a chance to be friends, but now I've got to read her book. Why, if it's a piece of junk, I'll have to tell her, and that'll just...
Hello? Oh, just a minute. Blanche, it's for you. It's Charmaine again.
Okay.
Blanche, don't you think you should talk to her? She's still...
Just as I start to forgive and forget, Charmaine turns my life into a bestseller.
You know something, Blanche? You're not the only one who ever had a problem with sisters. When I was a kid, I had a doll named Mrs. Doolittle, and Gloria was not supposed to...
Do we have to listen to that damn Mrs. Doolittle story again? So your sister trying to give you a sense of moral responsibility.
Ma, what were you doing in my purse?
Stealing.
But Dorothy, weren't you supposed to interview for that vice principal's job yesterday?
I rescheduled.
For when?
All right, I rescheduled and then I missed the appointment.
Dorothy, it's happening again. You're losing control.
Ma, Blanche, that is terrible. I hope you told him off.
Well, first I was so stunned I didn't know what to say. And then I marched back up to his desk and I looked him straight in the eye and I said, I'll think it over.
Blanche, there is nothing to think over. What he did is sexual harassment. He cannot get away with it.
You darling. Honestly, Rose, sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get a little compliment out of you.
What do you say, girls? Are you in this with me?
You bet we are, honey.
Oh, this is what friendship is all about. Banding together when the going gets tough. Sacrificing sleep and personal comfort. Tell you what you could say. You could say I don't owe you the $50.
Ma, you are a crazy lady. And I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you too, pussycat.
Oh, Rose, we've been waiting for you. Rose.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was distracted. You're not going to believe it. I just met my father. My natural father.
He's alive?
He's in Miami?
He's an earthling?
The one in Jacksonville, he used to come to our dances. Why are you going there?
Murder.
You're gonna meet some great gals.
Hello? Oh, yes. Yeah, hello. No, I'm sorry, I can't discuss that right now. Yes, I enjoyed it a great deal myself. Really? Yes. Isn't it?
Do you think I would lie to get into the convent?
It does look a little like John Forsythe, doesn't it?
Look, sister, I'm sorry you made this trip for nothing, but this has gone far enough. Ma, I cannot believe that you actually want to go through with this.
Who cares what you believe? Look, I had a beautiful experience. So, Butch, Sundance? Who gets to throw the bouquet?
To them.
Fine, but I'll need an answer. I'm not going to wait for you forever.
Rose, honey, you feeling better?
I'm still so ashamed.
Oh, Rose, nobody's going to remember you even making that scene. When we left, everybody was still talking about Dorothy leading that busboy conga line.
A lot of them sit around waiting for their kids to write. So I said, why don't you write to our lonely servicemen instead? I mean, we older folks have to exercise our minds too. And don't you forget it, Gloria.
Ma, Gloria is your daughter in California.
I knew that. A mere dramatization to make my point.
Be alive.
My God, I've got goosebumps. Mel will be here any minute.
Honey, why are you so jumpy? You've been out with Mel 1,000 times.
I know, but now there's more at stake. Everything's changed. It's all new and exciting. In many ways, I feel just the way I is.
I did that last part after everything quieted down. I thought it would kind of tie things together. Wow.
Hi, Pussycat. How was school?
Oh, I hate those smart kids. They may be our brightest, but they're also our rudest, considering most of them are guests in our country. Oh, give me a clap. Ma, I have a feeling you're lying.
Be positive,
Okay, I'm positive you're lying.
This is terrible.
Trick move from your checkers by mail partner?
No, it's from the company Charlie worked for. They've gone bankrupt, and so is people like you who are responsible for all the evil on this planet.
I guess I had that coming.
I'm not going to stand by and see innocent children exposed to that horror story of unprovoked violence and ghastly death.
Rose, the play goes on in 2 days.
It was heartbreaking because, you know, when you sweat out a pilot and you're so thrilled, and I think he was more as excited as all the rest of us. And then to discover that the part had been cut had to be, I had such guilt feelings about it, but so much of our interaction took place at the...
Charlie with that tramp if he didn't sleep with her.
Now, come on. Blanche may be a little loose, but she's not a tramp.
Okay, here they are, the names of all the men I have dated since my husband died.
What do you know? The tramp keeps records.
Dorothy, most of the men in these pages just fantasized.
To tell you the truth, I don't think that she'll remember me.
Ma, I'm sure you... I hope that doesn't make you uncomfortable. Ma, what are you doing?
I'm rolling for my life. When you brought your mother in, so either pay up or Sophia should move out.
Oh, thank you very much. But if anybody is going to put my mother out in the cold, it's going to be me. No, Rose, forget it.
She did sort of just dump the old lady on us, didn't she?
Oh, now your butt...
Harold, disregard that accident and the whole thing. All right, everybody, just write down who you think ought to leave.
Well, you know this is a waste of time. I'm just going to write down myself.
Don't tell us that. Now, maybe we should do this. It's the fairest way.
All right, but it's just going to end up in me.
Okay. Okay. Alton?
Well, we're not going to Splash Mountain. I want you to meet Dr. Halpern. He's Stan's psychiatrist.
Mrs. Petrillo, I've heard a lot about you.
Lies, all lies. Yes, I wanted a boy, but slowly I learned to accept her.
I just meant it was nice to meet you.
Oops.
Please, sit down.
Ma, as you know, Stan's been having difficulty making it on his own. Dr. Halpern believes that you can help him in his struggle to separate from me.
Sure I can. Stay away from my daughter, I'll have your legs broken.
Ma, will you try to be...
I'm gonna... Oh, I'm okay.
To live until I'm 80.
What?
Don't you see, Rose? I'm a man living on a fixed income. All of a sudden, I'm afraid. I mean, I'll be retiring soon. What if I don't have enough left?
Why didn't you just tell me? I understand what you're going through. All people are aged.
What's your confession?
My roommate doesn't wear underwear.
I just want you to know, Marvin, since this is our 4th date, I wouldn't blame you if you try to steal a little kiss.
That's because you're very understanding.
I guess I'm just frozen back in the old days of courtship.
remember when we went to the movies last week?
When you didn't say a word to me, didn't even try to kiss me goodnight.
The way I remember it, you looked so beautiful, I felt awkward and tongue-tied like a teenager. I was afraid to kiss you.
Afraid of a...
Are Miss July's all-time favorite films?
You're right once again, and I believe that she has taken up windsurfing since her magazine appearance.
That's correct, Alex.
Thank you, Johnny. Charlie?
Hey, I'm on a roll. Give me more babes for 500.
Wait a minute. This is ridiculous. This isn't Jeopardy.
It's a dream.
Look, they put in a bunk bed and a chair. Look, Dorothy, a chair. This isn't going to be so bad. This isn't going to be bad at all.
Yeah, well, I suppose.
Blanche, can we get out of here? It's starting to get dark.
You know, Dorothy, in some way...
I don't mean to poo-poo your whole moon thing, but poo-poo.
No, Dorothy, there really is something going on here. I mean, just look how the men are all flocking around you and totally ignoring me. It's nature gone loco. Wait a minute, that's not so ridiculous. Dorothy has her own aurora.
Oh, it's no big deal, Sophia. In fact, I think it solved everything.
Well, Ma, you must be glad that we're finished with a curse.
Yeah, curse. I revealed the betrayal. She didn't even cry. It was more fun tripping the rabbi.
Innocence of a child with luscious lips that just
He knows what you look like, Blanche.
Yes, you know what I look like, and I just wanted to say, good job. Oh, but, dear God, I do have a favor to ask. Could you please spare my friend Rose? Now, I know I haven't... She's right. Now, you just take it easy, Rose. I think this scare really touched all of us. I found myself bargaining with God. I promised him that if you were all right, there'd be a lot less sex and a lot more church.
I'm sorry. I thought you were making...